Hey everybody, I'm Justin Berg. I'm the president of Purple Care, a lawn, landscape, and pest control company. And I get asked all the time, are all fertilizers created equal? And I'm here to tell you today, the answer is unequivocally, absolutely no. When you look at a bag of fertilizer like I've got down here, the majority of your bags of fertilizer are gonna have 3 letters on there, N, P, and K, which stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And that's what you're gonna see on most bags. I will tell you that we add several other ingredients. A couple would be like iron and sulfur that we really believe in, but that's what most bags of fertilizer are gonna have on there. When you go back to 7th and 8th grade and you look at that periodic table that used to be on your science teacher's wall, N, P, and K, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, were on the wall. You can't break them down anymore. So a lot of people think NPK is NPK is NPK. You can't break it down. However, with Purple Care, with our process, it's not just the products we're putting down, it's how it's delivered to the soil. A lot of people care about leaf tissue, which is just this little guy right here. They care about leaf tissue. They want it green, thick, and healthy, and so do we. And that's what most fertilizers will do. If you have the right proper products, the right science behind this, which costs a lot more to do, then you will actually feed the soil as well. And so that's where the big process change for us is that we believe in not just feeding the plant or feeding the soil tissue, but actually feeding the soil. If we feed the soil, then we can make sure that this is actually a more sustainable solution. Why do we want the soil? When we look at NPK, again, when you look at the P, stands for phosphorus, there's actually tons of phosphorus in this soil right now. Actually, in most of the United States, it's abundant. It's loaded with phosphorus, so why would we add that? The problem is they don't have access to it. When we activate things like microbes in our soil, when we activate the microbes, which are more powerful than any fertilizer in my mind that we can do, we activate the microbes, which what microbes do is they turn the soil. If you imagine, they basically turn the soil and go through it, break it down. And when they do that, they mineralize the soil. Well, now you have minerals in your soil, which is exactly what we want. Just like your own body, you want vitamins and minerals to be healthy, so does your soil. And so when you put down a regular prill, this is a prill, and one of the other changes in our process is that ours are homogenized. Homogenized just basically means that every single one of these prills, these tiny little prills, are exactly the same percentage of nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. That's very unique. It's a higher grade of science. It's costly to do, but it's also very effective. What that means is that you get a more uniform application to your yard. The other thing it does is when you typically take a prill, if there's something like perlite in it, when you come back and do a soil sample 45 days to, say, a month, 45 days to a month later, you can't even tell that we fertilized it for most companies. With us, we still actually see our nitrogen in the soil. Why? Because we use organic matter. When you deliver the product through an organic matter, it's a sustainable solution, which means we have less leaching to the soil, but also less goes up in the air, which is called volatilization. Volatilization just means it goes from soil to turf to air. And it's actually called a nice word for air pollution, but there's less volatilization because our products stay where they're supposed to, which is in the soil, and make it active. We do 4 applications a year. We do one in the spring to get that soil to come out of dormancy. Everybody wants to look green, have that first yard be green. We do 2 more fertilizers throughout the season during those stressful periods of time. And then lastly, we do the fall fertilizer, which is my favorite. If you ask me which one of those 4 is the most important, I will always go to the fall. We want to feed it, make it healthy, and make it strong as it's going into dormancy. It's going to go through that winter. And that's how we do it. The nice thing with Purple Care is you don't have to worry about the science. You don't have to worry about the timing, the amount, how much. We do all this for you. And that's really what you're getting from a professional.